Good morning, everybody. My name is Mike Patton. I am the Park Development Manager here for the City of Sioux Falls. You know, our community has so much to be excited about in the coming year as we look to the future of Sioux Falls pools and the replacement of some aging aquatic facilities, the completion of Jacobson Plaza and Phase 3 of the Downtown River Greenway, and the opening of the new West Side Recreation Center off TLS Road. These are all visionary projects that we've been talking about at length for a few years now. But today we're going to be providing some updates on some other projects that might not necessarily be at the same scale of these transformational initiatives, but are still extremely valuable in providing a healthy park system for our community and maintaining the high level of user experience we strive to provide. So as a growing community, we always need to be planning for the future, the addition of new park facilities and amenities, but it's equally important that we focus on taking care of what we have today, and it's to that point that we've made multiple investments over the past year with projects that were approved in our 2024 budget. These are exciting and noticeable improvements and can be seen throughout the city in all areas. The first project I'd like to highlight is the restroom replacement at Upper Tuthill Park. This project replaced a 50-year-old restroom with a current facility centrally located to service all the different features in Upper Tuthill. The project also added needed operational space for the team members that maintain these popular features like the Tuthill House, the wedding gardens, the sledding hill, the disc golf course, and the playground areas. The budget for this project was $950,000. The project is complete and currently open to the public. Another great project I'd like to talk about, located on the east side of Sioux Falls, is replacement of the existing pedestrian bridge at the Mary Jo Wagner Arboretum. This project replaces a dated, no longer functioning bridge with a brand new 70-foot long, 10-foot wide weathering steel pedestrian bridge. When it's complete, it will connect park users to the various features, the lower portion of the Arboretum, as well as the expansive trail network at the Perry Nature area. Crews are currently on site doing demolition of the existing bridge structure with a goal to construct new concrete abutments later this month. The new bridge is being manufactured off-site and is scheduled to be delivered and installed in the spring. This project budget was around $260,000, and final completion is planned for the spring of 2025. You know, next I'm excited to report on a project that's nearing completion to address drainage issues at Harmadon Park. Back in 2022, we completed a pilot project that implemented a variety of different drainage improvement opportunities at an existing ball field. That involved reconstruction of the infields and drain tile and regrading problem areas for positive drainage. This pilot project produced really strong results. And because of that, we programmed future site improvements for ball fields 1 through 3 on the baseball side in our capital plan. Crews are nearing completion out there, and when done, will greatly improve the user experience. There'll be shorter time periods between rain events, quicker turnaround between games, and hopefully way less wet feet for the players and spectators viewing the games. This budget was around $425,000, and project should be complete here later this month. The next project I'd like to touch on is the renovation of the existing house at Arrowhead Park. This home was originally home to Dale and Dorothy Weir, the donors of the parkland. It's located on the west side of the park and overlooks the historic East Quarry of East Sioux Falls. This project is a complete renovation of the house that opens up the floor plan, constructs new bathrooms, a kitchenette, replaces all the doors and windows, lighting and HVAC. It creates multi-purpose rooms for a variety of different programming opportunities. And my favorite part, constructs a very large multi-tiered deck that overlooks the quarry and has amazing views out into the natural area of the park. We anticipate using this renovated facility for a variety of year-round programming activities. You can imagine recreation programs, public gathering spaces, anniversaries, graduations, retreats, stuff like that. Budget for this project was $700,000 and looking to be complete here later in December of this year. You know, another project that really is going to improve the user experience is the locker room expansion at the Midco Aquatic Center. You know, the extreme popularity of this facility has led to crowded locker rooms, and not the best user-friendly experience for changing. This project will essentially double the locker room space as well as double the amount of lockers available. The project is well underway with the contractor working to complete exterior walls as well as renovation of the existing space to expand for a new women's locker room. Construction is going to last for another couple months with the goal for the new improvements to fit seamlessly with the existing look of the facility. The improvements for the users will basically be more space, more benches for changing your clothes, and a variety of different size lockers, to fit your bag and your coats and everything you need to bring. Budget for this project is $1.8 million. I need to point out that $750,000 of that was a private partnership with Joe and Jennifer Kirby. Jennifer is a frequent user of the facility, noticed the need, and generously donated funds to help make these improvements a reality. Completion is planned for mid-January of 2025. I want to point out that there is going to be a closure of the existing women's locker room set for November 4th, but there will be family changing rooms available at all times and temporary locker room space in the existing meeting rooms as needed. Typically, we do annual maintenance on the pool in the summer months, but to minimize inconvenience to our users, we coincided the timing of the maintenance with the construction closure, and annual maintenance is now planned for November 4th through the 14th. Finally, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the many park improvements addressed through our cyclic park infrastructure program. Every year we make significant investments into our park system by replacing and repairing and improving the main infrastructure that makes up our park system. Projects include replacing roads, parking lots, play courts, playgrounds, sidewalks, trails, and all the lighting and various utilities throughout the parks. This year we made improvements in 10 different parks and completed designs for 6 more construction will take place next year. With that, I'd like to invite Josh Johnson, our operations manager, to the podium.
Good morning. I'm Josh Johnson. I'm the Park Operations Manager at the City of Sioux Falls Parks and Recreation. As the leaves and temperatures are indicating, we are changing seasons. We know the inevitable winter is upon us. Every year around this time, our Parks and Recreation team transitions and prepares certain areas of our parks before the snow starts falling. It is so important we make a conscious effort to responsibly take care of what we have. We remove windscreens and sports facilities, shade structures at certain parks, and we prepare our planters for new blooms next year as hope that the winter will end and spring will come. It's important for us to make conscious efforts to take care of what we have while we take the appropriate measures to make sure we are ready for spring. When the time arrives, we simultaneously prepare for winter months ahead. We proudly operate and maintain more than 80 parks throughout the city. The most visible thing we do every winter is close park restrooms and prepare our drinking fountains until spring. We winterize these assets because the freezing temperatures will damage the piping throughout our park systems. Just like property owners prepare their own sprinkler systems, we must do the same for our park restrooms, drinking fountains, and irrigation systems. Residents can find information on the Park Finder map which restrooms, water fountains have been closed for the season. This is located at siouxfalls.gov/park-finder. At some of our more popular rec trail entry points, we will bring in portable restrooms. Those can be found at Yankton Trail, Cherry Rock, Spencer, and Family Park. An important aspect of winter operations is to arrange and test equipment to ensure it's working properly before the winter season comes. In total, park operations maintains 70 miles of sidewalks and 80 acres of park roads, and park lots. The main loop of our recreation trail is become a top priority for our citizens, and throughout the winter months during a snow event, this has become a day one activity. This means we want to make sure it is safe and open to users as soon as the snow flies or as soon as the snow event ends. Also, we've begun operations at Great Bear. That's We've started with inspections of the lifts and the conveyors and hope that a great season is upon us. More than a dozen people from Parks and Recreation team will begin assisting with street snow removals in the Public Works Division. So that means they have started to attend snow school, learn operations down there, and begin training on plows and motor graders equipment. New this year for Parks and Rec is the Jacobson Plaza in anticipation of that opening early this next year. We've begun training on our new ice ribbon. While doing this, we've been meeting with other communities and Augustana University training on how to create that refrigerated ice and maintain that during the season. We are extremely excited for this experience at Jacobson Plaza, and we want to make this a top-notch event and facility for all. Also, every year, as we begin to winterize various parks in our system, we also have park staff dedicated to Winter Wonderland. This beloved community event that has celebrated 20 years this last year. We are excited to continue this. We are about 50% complete decorating at Falls Park. Work began in early October, and when complete, we'll have 29 miles of light strands, 29 miles of light strands, 268 trees, and 94 light poles. We are excited for the new features that we'll add to the display this year, and I want to thank the team members who work so hard on transforming Falls Park every year. It is always incredible to see this vision come to light. Falls Park will be lit up for Winter Wonderland starting on November 22nd at 5 p.m. We heard such great feedback last year that we are bringing fireworks back again this year on opening night at 6 p.m. Once again, we expect this to draw hundreds of visitors, so we encourage people to plan accordingly, expect traffic delays, and please be patient. Winter Wonderland will run November 22nd through January 5th with the lights turned on nightly from 5 p.m. until midnight. About 80,000 cars a year drive through there and enjoy the lights. This is a big tradition for many families in our area, and we look forward to another great holiday season. Mike and I are available if you have any questions.
Sorry.
No, you're
Thanks.
fine.
Hey, Mike, you said that 6 new parks are coming online next season. Did I hear that correctly?
And no,
Okay.
through our cyclic infrastructure program and our capital plan, we make regular investments into different parks.
Those are existing parks.
And we're looking at 6 existing parks where we'll be addressing parking lots, trails, et cetera.
Is the Tut Hill bathroom and operations center, you're tearing down all those old buildings that are up there, that they're condemned or whatever?
The building that came down was like I'm going to say 1950s, 1960s vintage bathroom. So that one was dated, no longer compliant. That's been removed, and the new bathroom replaces that.
Will the new bathroom be open year-round?
No, nope. In fact, it's probably getting winterized here later this week.
Are there any plans to do anything with the skating rink warming house down there? Or any of those skating rink warming houses? That one's pretty old.
Yeah, that's been on our radar for some time now. As we look to move forward next year, we're looking at our park system master plan. And part of that will be to look at how to best deliver outdoor ice to the community, whether that happens through renovations of the existing ice rinks or, potential new ice rinks. We don't know yet, but we're looking to program some of those replacements in the future.
That's probably the preeminent sledding hill in the city. Are you planning any other improvements there's old lights up there that have been not functioning for a long time. Have any plans to put lights back in there, or you don't want people there at night?
At this point, I don't believe we have anything planned for that, but that's a good point and something we should probably look into.
Do you encourage people not to sled there and maybe go other places because it's so big?
I don't know if I'm the best person to answer that. We have multiple options for people to sled. You can go to Spellerberg, you can go Tut Hill, you can go to Great Bear, right? But I'd say what's ever convenient for the user.
Yeah. There's just a lot of injuries there
Well,
every year.
and you know, Frank Olson is a popular place for sledding. Keene Park has a sled hill, and so it depends on where you want to go and where you live, I suppose.
Great Bear, any improvements there in terms, I mean, obviously there's a new chairlift that hasn't been there that long, but are there any other features that are happening at Great Bear this year that we should know about?
At this point, we don't have anything for Great Bear in the capital plan.
Any updates on the mountain bike trails?
Well, so we do partner with FAST, Falls Area Single Track. They're currently fundraising for potential new trails out at Great Bear. I can't speak to their timeline specifically, but they are looking to build some more single track out in that area.
And one more thing on the recreational trail. Do you have plans for improvements on resurfacing any of it? That's always an interesting topic for people.
Yeah, well, so taking care of the trail kind of falls in two buckets. We do have areas that we're looking for seal coating, reconstructing of the existing trail. That happens as a part of the capital plan. We also take care of crack sealing in other areas with our operations budget. And so we hit different areas throughout the year and try and keep the trail as best condition as possible.
Totally selfish question. Any plans to resurface the southeastern spur?
Along Southeastern,
Yeah.
yes, that's in our capital plan. I can't remember off the top of my head exactly what year that is, but it might even be next year. I can follow up with you and give you the exact
That would
date
be
we
great
have on that.
news. Thank you.
Yeah, that section's a little tired, and it's time to address that.
Any timeline for new trail sections? I mean, is that moved from,
Yeah, so right now we're focusing on three major trail extensions. We've got the Big Sioux River Trail corridor that runs from Lean Park, eventually out to Veterans Parkway, and at some point in the future, hopefully Brandon. We also have the Cherry Creek Trail corridor, which runs from Legacy Park through Family and north, eventually up to University Center. And then we call the East Side Trail corridor, which connects residents, that live sort of on the east side in Veterans Parkway over to the Mary Jo Wagner Arboretum and Arrowhead Parkway. And so those are different segments of it programmed throughout the plan. We're also looking to partner with potential donors to help fund some of those improvements. And so knowing the popularity of trails here in the community, we're always looking to build those out. I don't have anything specific, but we are looking to bid a section of the Big Sioux River Trail corridor, hopefully later this winter.
Any other questions? Thank you.